Israels. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. It's too much crying from that. He's a man. He can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's who I am. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. You had no work in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Oh, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We ready. Let's go to the house. Let's go to the house. It's a wrap. Game over. I know this game is just getting started a little later than planned. Had to take care of a little business, but it is, oh my goodness, Monday, right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK, AM 1140, 92.3 FM, and streaming live on KYOKradio.org. We're also on Facebook and YouTube today. Not on Twitter today for some reason, but that's okay. We'll get it figured out. And man, did we have a whole bunch of oh my goodnesses from the weekend. And let me just say this real quick before we get started. Oh my goodness could be a wow in a good way, and it could be a oh my goodness. I know they didn't just do that. And it was a bunch of that this weekend. Preseason football has some of y'all, as we used to say back in the old day, bugging. Has some of y'all bugging like crazy. So let me just say this. If y'all want whoever you saw and got all excited about, I could call some names. I probably will. But y'all can have them. Y'all can have them. If you fell in love with them after one preseason game, two for the Cowboys and the Steelers, but if you fell in love with them that fast, you can have them. Oh my goodness. Come on now. This isn't what's that reality show? Love at First Sight, Married at First Sight. What is it called? You know y'all watch that stuff. I ain't never seen it a day in my life. Married at First Sight. That's how some of us are with our preseason affection for quarterbacks. Texan fans, how you feel about your team? They went up there and thumped Green Bay 26-7. Got him a new quarterback. The Texans got him a new quarterback. Ladies and gentlemen, Deshaun Watson, please give us that torch. We passing it over to Davis Mills. Davis Mills. There's a new sheriff in town, and his name is not Reggie Hammond, but Davis Mills. Mills for the win. Completed 50% of his passes. No touchdown, and an INT. So what? He looked the part. He looks like the Texans' future at quarterback. Tyrod Taylor now was perfect. 4 for 4, 40 yards, perfect, flawless. And I don't know what they're doing with that other dude. And he ain't a rookie. Davis Mills is going to be the quarterback of this team. Mark it down. Mark it down. Oh, yeah, by the way, on the other side of the ball, Jordan Love for the Green Bay Packers, they're going to be all right. I mean, they don't have to worry about it right now because Aaron Rodgers worked out all the offseason issues, and they had issues, but Aaron Rodgers is definitely coming back. I mean, you're just not going to play Aaron Rodgers in the first preseason game of the year. But Jordan Love looked great. 12 for 17. 122, touchdown, no INT. He's got some good zip on the ball, too. Big kid, good heady quarterback. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call him a kid. Big young man, heady, smart, made reads pretty quickly. Davis Mills, I will say this. Tim Kelly, the offensive coordinator for the Texans, he called the perfect game plan for Davis Mills. Quick, get it out of his hands. Don't hold it a long time. No really, really, really deep drops. Nothing real complicated. That's Davis Mills' offense right there.
And I believe somebody in the Texans organization, Jack Easterby, is going to say, hey, let's just go with him. Let's just go with him. Why fool around with Deshaun Watson when we got Davis Mills? I want to hear from you. Oh my goodness, Monday. 281-453-1000. 281-453-1000. How did your team do? How excited are you about your quarterback, about your defense, about your running game, about your, everything. Everything. Give it to me. Just today, give it to me. But I put it down. Davis Mills will be the starting quarterback of the Houston Texans before this season is over. Just put it down. Write it down. Say, you know what? AJ said that, because I'm not going to let you forget. Let me take a break. I'll be right back right after this on the lunch break.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Their expert staff can help you turn your book idea into a real book, a masterpiece that could someday make the bestseller list in hard copy and digitally all across the world. Page Publishing can help you completely take your idea for a book, write it, and publish it. So if you want to join the ranks of some of the most famous authors in the world, call now for a free information kit. Turn your book idea into publishing gold. Make a free call right now to Page Publishing.
800-219-8332. 800-219-8332. 800-219-8332. That's 800-219-8332.
Remember in the beginning, when you first started to build a life for you and your family, you never imagined it would come to this. Instead of living your dreams, you're living with debt. In fact, it's smothering you. Now there's a way you can take back control with one simple call. If you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt, you qualify to receive a free, no-obligation consultation on how to get rid of that debt for good. Call the Debt Helpline now. We work on your behalf to reduce your debt. We specialize in credit cards, retail store cards, and medical bills. One simple call is all it takes to get the ball rolling to a debt-free life. Stop living with debt and start living your dreams. Call the Debt Helpline now.
800-958-2156. 800-958-2156. 800-958-2156. That's 800-958-2156.
Tune in to Table Talk with your boy, TD Blackshear, every Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. on the legendary KYOK 1140 a.m. and 92.3 FM. See you there.
In need of tires? Check out OMG Tire Services and more. New and used tires, all the name brands you desire, located at 3126 Tidwell, between 59 North and Jensen. Give them a call at 832-767-3211. Top-notch service from beginning to end. When you're done, get your car hand-washed inside and out at OMG Tire Services and more. Located at 3126 Tidwell, between 59 North and Jensen. Call 832-767-3211. That's 832-767-3211. Conveniently located on the north side.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. Two radio stations in one.
Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me show right here on the legendary KYOK Radio 1140 AM and the all-new 92.3 FM at KYOKradio.org.
I'm Ben Tankett, and you are listening to The Lunch Break.
All right, y'all, back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Big shout-out to Erica Price tuned in to the show. Appreciate that. And let's see, Darren said, my Washington football team looks really good. I'm excited about our chances this season. I pull up the Washington football team. Ryan Fitzpatrick was 5 for 8. in his first preseason action. Taylor Heineke, 9 for 15, 86 yards. And then they brought in Mr. Steven Montez out of Colorado. He was 17 for 22, 111, a touchdown, and an INT. Listen, Washington football team will go as the defense goes and will go as the quarterbacks don't make mistakes. You know, they had all kinds of issues at quarterback with Dwayne Haskins, with, the other quarterbacks that they had. I don't mean negative, a bunch of negative issues. It wasn't exciting. It didn't help them out a whole lot. They wasted a really good defense. They feel like they've got a comparable game manager in Ryan Fitzpatrick. And I'm telling you now, you're not going to like this. But if Ryan Fitzpatrick tries to do more than manage a game, they're going to be in trouble. If Ryan Fitzpatrick tries to do more than manage the game, they're going to be in trouble. He's just got to manage the game. I know Taylor Heineke wants to be the starter. I know he was out there trying to make plays and show everybody that he's QB1 material. I just feel like their defense has the potential to be so good. They just need somebody in there to manage that thing. Ray Lewis and fellas would come and tell the quarterback, hey, all we need is 14 this week. All we need is 14. Meaning, if you can get us 14 and don't give up a bunch, we got this. And they took that all the way to a Super Bowl. Tampa Bay used to tell Brad Davis, hey, all we need is this. All we need is this. And that defense would go out and pull out the win. Washington is on the cusp of that. That defense has the ability to be that special, and Ryan Fitzpatrick needs to be Ryan Fitzpatrick, not try to be Ryan Fitzmagic. If he tries to do that, then guess what? Keith Hennig said they got quarterback issues since Dan Snyder bought the team. Yeah, that's true. Ben Sutter III, BS3, what up, bro? Big shout out to you, man. Love that guy. Brother's got good things going on BS3 radio. Love it. Internet radio, I love it. Great shows. His mom and dad probably have the best show on the whole network. And yeah, I said it. Anyway, so yeah, got Washington fans that have checked in. They're saying they're pretty excited about their team. Of course, the Steelers beat the Eagles on Thursday. Then Friday, and the Cowboys and the Texans got after it. I'm sorry, Cowboys and Cardinals got after it. Cardinals jumped out to a 10-6 lead and held on to a 19-16 win. But let me just tell you, they better hope Dak does not go down. You know, I get to joking about Ben DiNucci. Ben DiNucci, what is a Ben DiNucci? It ain't a quarterback. You can't have no quarterback named Ben DiNucci. Martha, what's a Ben DiNucci? Can you Google that? I joke around about Ben DiNucci, but here's the truth of the matter. Martha, get on the Googles and find out what a Ben DiNucci is. He ain't from Lubbock. I mean, all joking aside, if Dak Prescott goes down, you got Cooper Rush, Garrett Gilbert, and Ben DiNucci. There's their season right there. I know. Everybody's talking about the offensive line. Everybody's talking about the defense. If Dak goes down, you saw what happened with Andy Dalton. And the Bears thought so highly of him, they made him QB1. You got Ben DiNucci, Garrett Gilbert, and Cooper Rush. All I'm saying is you better make sure Dak Prescott doesn't go down. He goes down, so does your season. Let's go back to that Washington defense. Who do you want them trying to game plan for? Dak or Garrett Gilbert? Dak or Cooper Rush? Dak or Martha, did you go in the Googles? What did it say about that Ben DiNucci? Where's he from? He from Amarillo or Ben DiNucci? I'm just telling you. I don't care how great of a season CeeDee Lamb has, Gallup. I don't care if Ezekiel's going to have to run for 2,000 for them to win without Dak. AJ, you're just being melodramatic. It's two preseason games. I'm just saying, look at that backup quarterback stack. That stack is light. That's one of those stacks that you look at, you're like, is that it? It's a little light. That stack is light. No defensive coordinator in the world is going to be worried about Garrett Gilbert, Cooper Rush, or Ben DiNucci. Cowboy fans, I'm just giving it to you straight. As Longhorn Keith would say, straight gas, no brakes. Yeah, Martha's got to get on the Googles and find what a Ben DiNucci is. Martha, where's he from? Did you find it? DiNucci, DiNucci. D-U-H Nucci. DiNucci. He's a quarterback, Martha, for the Cowboys. I'm just saying. I know it's early. If I'm Washington, I want the Cowboys to bring Ben DiNucci in here in a game that counts. I want them to bring Cooper Rush in here in a game that counts. I want them to roll in with Garrett Gilbert and let him find out this is not the AAF. This ain't the AAF. This isn't the XFL. This the NFL, and we Washington. We are the Washington football team. I put that whole name on the front of the jersey. We are the Washington football team. And let them go at it. I know I got the Cowboys to win it all. Win the division. Let me clear that up. I got the Cowboys to win the NFC East, but that all changes if Dak ain't right. And I don't care if it's ankle, shoulder, chest. I don't care if he's got too much hair in his ear and he can't hear in the helmet that has the little green dot on the back of it. I'm going, if Dak ain't right, I'm going somewhere else. I'll be honest with you. I might lean towards, in that division, I might have to lean towards the better coaches and not just the better teams and players, because I have a feeling that Sirianni is going to mess over some really good players in Philly. I don't see him getting the best out of Jalen Hurts and the fellas. I'm just saying. I might have to go with Ron Rivera because he's the most seasoned coach in the division. I know Mike McCarthy's got a chip, but man, Mike McCarthy is looking real iffy, if you know what I mean. I know it's 2 weeks of preseason. I get it, but man, Mike McCarthy doesn't look like he's got full control of what's going on in Dallas. And I'm not talking about him battling with Jerry. I don't know if Mike McCarthy's got that locker room. I don't know if the players are buying into what Mike McCarthy's selling. And if you add in Dak not being right with the shoulder or the leg or whatever, that could be in for another long season. So if it comes down to that, I'm going Ron Rivera. I guess I'll go Cowboys second, Philly third, and Giants last. I know Todd. I know Todd is real high on Joe Judge as a coach. I don't know. I haven't drank that punch yet. All right, so anyway, that's what happened on Friday night. Cowboys lost 19-16 to the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona did not play really any of their starters. They had Colt McCoy. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. There was a Colt McCoy sighting in the preseason. He started for the Arizona Cardinals, and then Chris Stravelier started from South Dakota. South Dakota got some run. Yeah, there you go. And no, DeAndre Hopkins did not play. No DeAndre, no JJ. You know, they went with the other fellas. They went with the other fellas. AJ Green, none of that. None of that. All right, more Friday night. The Tennessee Titans, let me just say this real quick. I know that Kansas City is going to be who Kansas City is, but I'm telling you right now, I don't know what it is, but Tennessee looks like the second best team in the AFC, and they very well could represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. And again, I know it's preseason. But let me just tell you, Tennessee, with you-know-who, Derrick Henry at the running game, Ryan Tannehill not trying to do too much, Ryan Fitzpatrick needs to be watching Ryan Tannehill video all season long. Don't do too much. And then if Julio Jones comes in and can be a fraction of who Julio Jones has been in the past and add that to what Tennessee already had offensively. Oh, yeah, and by the way, Tennessee's defense is not trash. I'm concerned about the backups, though. I'm not going to lie about that. Matt Barkley and Logan Woodside. I'm very concerned about the backups in Tennessee. It's almost the same thing. If Ryan Tannehill goes down, it gets iffy. But Tennessee beat Atlanta 23-3. Atlanta, what? So oh my goodness. Remember I was telling y'all last week how the experts were saying that Mac Jones is going to be a great quarterback in the NFL because he came out of the Alabama system and no other system is more pro-ready than Alabama. And the quarterbacks are under the biggest lights there and they got the biggest weight on their shoulder. Mind you, they're playing with the best talent in college football, but I digress. What happened to A.J. McCarron's dose of that? A.J. McCarron has been in the league for how long? 7 seasons. And A.J. McCarron was 5 for 12, 36 yards, averaged 3 yards per pass, and threw an interception, no touchdowns. Where's all that Alabama-ready quarterbacking when it comes to A.J. McCarron? Didn't they win a chip when A.J. was there, or was that one of the years that Clemson got him? Did A.J. McCarron win a chip in college or no? Because all the quarterbacks look bad for Alabama. All of them. I mean, for Atlanta. They had A.J. McCarron. They had Felipe Franks, 2 for 9. And then a young man, he ain't even a quarterback. That was one of the wide receivers. Christian Blake tried a wide receiver pass, and that didn't work. Somebody check the Googles and see if A.J. McCarron won a chip while he was at Alabama. I got to take a break. We'll be right back with more right after this on the lunch break.
Do you have high blood pressure or diabetes? Are you over the age of 65 and covered by Medicare? Then pay close attention to this message. Medicare has introduced some new benefits to help consumers during these cautious COVID-19 times. They realize many of you don't want to leave your home to visit a doctor. So now you can get a remote patient monitoring device shipped to your home at little or no cost to you. Now your doctor can identify your problems in real time, which could potentially save your life. Victory Medical can easily ship this monitoring device directly to your home at little or no cost to you. If you have high blood pressure or diabetes and you're covered by Medicare, make this free call right now to see if you qualify for a new remote patient monitoring device. Call now.
800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. That's 800-213-9527.
Do you have a home that you don't want anymore? We can buy it from you within 24 hours, any home, size, or condition. For over 20 years, we've been buying homes for cash and helping homeowners sell their homes immediately, with no listings or strangers walking through your home. Are you moving? Did you lose your job? Going through a divorce? Whatever the reason, if you're in a bind and you know that you need to sell your house fast, call the expert team at I Need to Sell My House Fast. We'll make you a serious cash offer to buy your home in 24 hours and let you walk away from it. No listing, no waiting. Sell any home, any size, any condition now. Call the expert team at I Need to Sell My House Fast. Make this free call now.
800-306-1760. 800-306-1760. 800-306-1760. That's 800-306-1760. If your loved one has passed away due to COVID-19, pay close attention to this message. You could be entitled to a death benefit of over $300,000. The U.S. government has set up a fund to pay families relief if they've lost a loved one due to COVID-19. We know this is a hard time for you, and this fund has been set up by the federal government to help ease your pain. The compensation includes a death benefit and lost wages benefit. Time is limited, so we urge you to make a free phone call right now. There's no cost to you for this claim. All legal fees are only covered once you receive your money. So if you've lost a loved one due to COVID-19, call the legal helpline right now to find out if you qualify for a cash award. Here's our number: 800-876-7047. 800-876-7047. 800-876-7047. That's 800-876-7047. Paid for by the IPG Law Group.
You're listening to
1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legendary KYOK.
This is Brian Courtney Wilson, and you're listening to The Lunch Break.
All right, y'all, back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM, streaming live on KYOKradio.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. Not on Twitter today. We'll get back on it tomorrow. All right, so Vanessa over on the east side of town said she is a very proud Crimson Tide grad. And not only does A.J. McCarron have one, but he's got 2 chips at Alabama. My bad, didn't know. Yeah, he ain't got none in the NFL. And he don't look like he's going to get anyway. He played all over the weekend. So, I mean, again, it's an oh my goodness moment. It doesn't have to be the end of the world. I'm sure A.J. McCarron is going to bounce back and be a backup somewhere where he is in Atlanta. All right, so Tennessee, keep an eye on them. All right, so then we jump over to Buffalo beat the Lions. Detroit didn't look putrid. Detroit did not look putrid. They hung in there with Buffalo. Of course, Buffalo did not start their new big money quarterback, Josh Allen. They went with Davis Webbs, Jake Fromm, and also with Mitchell Trubisky. And, again, they won the game by 1 point. Detroit went with Jared Goff, who's going to be their starter. He was 7 for 9, 56 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. And, again, whoever the backup in Detroit is, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Detroit needs to be as competitive as possible and try and make Dan Campbell not look like he sounds. Detroit's gotta just be as competitive and as tough as possible, but tried not to make Dan Campbell look like he sounds. We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. All right. Also, let's see. Then the Saturday, you got Baltimore and the New Orleans Saints. And Sean Payton was not happy after that one. Sean Payton was not happy after that one. Sean Payton didn't want to talk about which quarterback played better. He says, you have 6 turnovers, 10 penalties, you're going to struggle. We were fortunate to even be that close, honestly. Bad job by us as coaches, players. It was ugly to watch. So, Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston, neither one of them kind of separated themselves by their performance in that one. Jameis Winston was 7 for 12 for 96 yards. He had a touchdown and an interception. Taysom Hill, 8 for 12 for 81 yards and no touchdowns and an interception. So if you had to give a little bit of an edge, it would go to Jameis, but Sean Payton wasn't happy about any of it. Any of it at all. And then, of course, they brought in Ian Book out of the Notre Dame. He was 9 for 16, 126 yards, no touchdowns, and he threw a pick as well. So every one of their quarterbacks gave it up to the other team. And Sean Payton wasn't happy about that. Wasn't happy about that at all. On the Baltimore side, of course, no Lamar Jackson. Trace McSorley got the start. He was 11 for 18 for 86 yards, and he threw a pick. And then a young man, keep an eye on this young man, Tyler Huntley. Tyler Huntley out of Utah. Pretty exciting. Tyler Huntley out of Utah is why Robert Griffin III is no longer a member of the Baltimore Ravens. That young man has shown he can play. And he's got some Lamar Jackson-ish to him. He had 7 carries for 41 yards, including a touchdown. I mean, you running it like that, they're going to give you a shot there in Baltimore. Again, this is all preseason action. It's oh my goodness Monday. There are some folks that are ready to tell you their team is going to win it all after what they saw over the weekend. And you got guys just trying to, see if they can win a job. So there you go. But again, Sean Payton was not happy at all. The Cleveland Browns, best team there ever was, ever will be, bar none, best quarterback to ever play the game. And that's Tom Brady. That's Joe Montana. That's Roger Staubach. That's all of them. Johnny U. That's all of them. Baker Mayfield. He didn't play, but Cleveland's still that good. Cleveland's still about that life. Their third-string quarterback, Kyle Laletta, threw for 212. 2 touchdowns and no INTs. Their third-string quarterback's playing like he balling. That's how good Cleveland is. Case Keenum got some run, threw for 115, no touchdowns, and no interceptions. So Cleveland, of course, dominated Jacksonville, but all eyes in Jacksonville were on fill in the blank. Not Trevor Lawrence, Tim Tebow. Let's see, receptions. Tim Tebow caught nothing. He didn't catch a cold. Missed a couple of blocks too. I'm not ragging on him. First game Tim Tebow played in the NFL as a tight end, and it was a practice game. Now, I'm not going to go hard on Tim Tebow. Not going to go hard on Tim Tebow at all. What are we talking about? Practice. Not the game, not the game. We're talking about practice. But yeah, all eyes were on Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence was 6 for 9. 6 for 9. And threw for 71 yards. No touchdowns. No interceptions. What can I say about Trevor Lawrence? He looks like he can play the part. It's one game. It's one game. It doesn't look like the moment's too big for him. You could tell he was thinking more than he was reacting. But you can also tell he's got a passion for the game. You know, you could see him trying to figure it out so he could be better. And if anybody can simplify it for him, but not make it too easy for the other team, like Sirianni's trying to do, it's Urban Meyer. It's Urban Meyer. Keith Hennig, you don't have to go hard on Tebow. He won't make the 53. Listen, seriously, all joking aside, Tim Tebow, trying to be nice. Tim Tebow should not make the 53-man roster. He shouldn't. He might, because, you know, he's one of those young men that some coaches just want to have him on the team. But when you looked at the skilled, gifted tight ends and how they weren't obviously negligent in their duties and in their role as a tight end, as a member of the offensive line and the receiving corps, there should be other people on that team. If Tim Tebow's going to ball out on special teams, if Tim Tebow's going to, run some of that goal line package that Trevor Lawrence runs very well, by the way. No reason to take Trevor Lawrence out for anybody else's packages. Unless you're going to do something boutique with Tim Tebow, he should not be on that 53-man roster. I'm not saying he won't be on another NFL team. I'm just saying Jacksonville's got a lot of holes to fill, and they don't want to waste filling one of those holes with a novelty like Tim Tebow. Now, again, they are the ones running the show. They will more than likely find a reason to keep him. He definitely gives you an emergency quarterback that other teams won't have. He definitely gives you a look on the goal line that other teams will have to scheme for. He is that Taysom Hill quarterback, but bigger and more accomplished than Taysom Hill. So, if Urban Meyer wants to go that way, he can. He can. All right, listen, you got birthdays. Hit me up. 281-453-1000. 281-453-1000. If you got a birthday or you had one over the weekend, hit me up. Let me get to you. Definitely want to celebrate those birthdays. I mean it, man. We got a lot of good people with birthdays in the month of August. And if you're one of them, then I want you to hit me up because we will definitely get to those. Let me get Sybil Wilkes on real quick, and then when we come back, we'll hit the birthdays on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. We're streaming live on KYOKradio.org and on Facebook and YouTube. Here's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. A powerful magnitude 7.2 earthquake struck southwestern Haiti Saturday, killing and injuring thousands of people as buildings tumbled into rubble. Prime Minister Henry declared a 1-month state of emergency for the whole country and said he would not ask for international help until the extent of the damages was known. In addition, meteorologists watching Tropical Storm Grace are predicting it will reach Haiti late tonight or early Tuesday morning. COVID-19 is surging throughout the U.S., with daily case averages reaching more than 110,000, up 26% from last week. Hospitalizations, particularly in areas with low vaccination rates like Texas, Florida, and Mississippi, are now at their highest point in 6 months. Hospital staff nationwide is struggling to meet the uptick in demand by hiring more registered nurses and utilizing travel and contract nurses, a move seen in the early days of the pandemic. I'm Sybil Wilkes. Be informed, be empowered.
All right, y'all. We're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM, streaming live on kyokradio.org. Let me get to these birthdays. Got a lot of good ones today. Dr. Milton D. Moore, a very phenomenal dermatologist here in Houston, is celebrating his birthday along with Kevin Kemper. Jamisha Barber celebrating her birthday. What's up, little one? Venetia Brown celebrating a birthday along with Kyle Harrington. Jackie Griffin. Mia Ingram is 51 today. Virgil Lewis. Dawn Bridges. John H. Goodman Jr., the double nickel today. What's up, Derek Lee? Happy birthday to you. Niecy Weathersby celebrating a birthday with Janita Sykes. Monique Jordan, my good friend's daughter, celebrating her birthday along with Kenneth Stowers and Kim Floyd, all celebrating birthdays today. Now, I know we had a lot of birthdays over the weekend, so let me just do it like this. Happy birthday to you and yours as you celebrated over the weekend. Hey, here's somebody to sing happy birthday to you.
Oh, go shorty, it's your birthday. Ooh, it's your birthday. Go shorty, it's your birthday. Today's your day. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you all. And I got to get one from the weekend, though. Adolphus Moore Jr. celebrated his birthday over the weekend. Happy birthday, AD. Hope you had a great one trying to get him on the show. We'll get that worked out real soon and get him on the show with us. But let me just tell you, I've got a very special guest that's going to be joining me on Wednesday. And I want y'all to plan to be here to check it out. We'll have her in the first hour of the show on Wednesday. And man, I had a friend of mine kind of, point me in the direction of her. Former track athlete turned golfer, and she is the world's long drive champion on the women's side. And we got her coming on the show on Wednesday, and I cannot wait to have her on the show. It's going to be a phenomenal time talking about her and her journey and how she ended up being as successful as she is right now, doing something that she never started out doing. So set your calendars for that one. And then I also have another young lady that's going to be joining me on Wednesday, and she is just one of the baddest sisters in sports broadcast journalism. I'm excited about having her in the second hour. So y'all be sure and lock Wednesday down on your calendars for the day that you want to make sure you don't miss the lunch break sports talk show. So here we go. Let's see. Keith Hennig said, please prop up one of my favorite actresses. Angela Bassett is 63 today. Bruh, I like how you think, Keith. I like how you think. I love how you think. She is one of the baddest in the business. If there was an actress Hall of Fame, she's in it. She is in it. Love her. Love her. Love how she walked away from that car in Waiting to Exhale. We'll be right back right after this top of the hour on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
The legendary 1140 AM KYOK Conroe and 92.3 FM K222CX Houston.
The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the host, guests, and callers, who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
When you walk out on that field today, ask yourself this question.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We made it! We made it! We made it! We made it! I'm going to the house! I'm going to the house!
When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it.
It's gonna be football now! What time is it? Game time! What time is it?
Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready. Let's go to the house. Let's go to the house. We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this hollering, we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up with chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. So much crying from him. He's a man. They can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. I'm proud when you step on the field, man. That's who I did. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. You had been working my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We ready. Let's go to the house. Let's go to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
Oh no, this game is not over. In fact, at the first hour on the book, second hour underway here on the legendary KYOK. I'm AJ Jones. It is our Oh My Goodness Monday, and I got to give a big shout out to Oh My Goodness, Amy Boucher, Claire Castro Johnson Jones III, and her son Matthew, the newest Cincinnati Bengal. And you know what? That's a good look on him, Amy. Be sure and tell Matthew I said, who day? Not who dat, who day up there in the jungle in Cincinnati. So, again, I appreciate you sending me that pic of Matthew. All right, y'all, let's see. Let's get back to some of these oh my goodness games that we had over the weekend. A lot of folks got real excited about some of the plays and players over the weekend. On Saturday. The Bengals beat the Buccaneers, by the way. Might as well talk about that. Bengals were led at quarterback by a young man by the name of Kyle Schumer out of Vanderbilt. And, of course, Brandon Allen out of Arkansas. He was the backup quarterback. You know, Cincinnati is in one of those situations that it's all about the head coach. It's all about the head. Zach Taylor either is or either ain't. He either is or he either ain't. You can't blame it on AJ Green not being healthy. Can't blame it on this, on that. You know, Andy Dalton's been gone for a minute. It's Joe Burrow. Can you protect Joe Burrow? Can you put an offensive line together to protect Joe Burrow? Can you put an offensive scheme together to protect Joe Burrow? You know, again, everybody went after those coaches that looked like, sounded like, acted like, actually bumped into one day or caught the sweat from Josh McVay, and now they've got that guy. They've got that guy in Zach Taylor. Can Zach Taylor coach? Sean McVay. I said Josh. Sean McVay. But can Zach Taylor coach? That's what that's got to come down to with Cincinnati. You know, Cincinnati has got to get out of the bottom of the AFC North. They got to get out of the bottom of that. Got to get out of the bottom of that. Can they? Will they? We don't know. We'll find out. So Tampa Bay, again, no issues there other than maybe the backup quarterback in Tampa Bay. I mean, Tom Brady's supposed to be backed up by, the quarterback of the future, Kyle Trask out of Florida. I'm just going to say this, and folks will be mad at me for saying it on Oh My Goodness Monday. I wasn't impressed with Kyle Trask I called him Trash. Kyle Trask at Florida. I thought he was real hyped up at Florida. Real hyped up. Every time I saw him play, it was like, all right. Ask LSU how hyped up they were about Kyle Trask with a K. So, I don't know, man. Tom Brady got to stay upright. If not, it's Blaine Gabbert time. Blaine Gabbert is the backup quarterback in Tampa. Man, they need to start a movement. Backup quarterbacks matter. Backup quarterbacks matter. Tom Brady threw it twice, completed one, 9 yards, got him off the field. Bruce Arians like, I'm going to play my guys. Tom, get out there. All right, he threw it once. He's on a pitch count. How many you gonna let him throw? 2. Tampa Bay, Green Bay, NFC Championship game. Write it down. Tampa Bay, Green Bay, NFC Championship game. Write it down unless something happens to Tom Brady and they got to go with Blaine Gabbert or Kyle Trask with a K. Bengals, the head coach has got to figure out who he is and what he's got to do. Tampa Bay just has to stay healthy. We'll talk about the Texans and the Packers in a minute. Bears and Dolphins was one of those games where it was definitely an oh my goodness overreaction, underreaction, depending upon what side you were of it. Everybody got real excited about Justin Fields. I'll never forget having a guy on here that had the nerve to question Justin Fields' accuracy, and the guy completed almost 75% of his passes that year, and I think only threw 2 interceptions or 3. It's like you haven't watched Justin Fields. Like you are really turning this into something where it's clearly you don't know what you're talking about. And oh yeah, by the way, Justin Fields doing the same thing in his first preseason game. Completed 14 out of 20 passes, 142 yards, a touchdown, and no INTs. Most people saw 2 games for the Ohio State Buckeyes. The college football playoff game from 2 years ago and the college football playoff game from last season. That's really what most people in the country saw. And both times they saw a slightly injured Justin Fields. And they saw the mistakes in those games and oh yeah, that's what he did all year long, without realizing that the guy's accuracy was one of the best in college football, and the guy's touchdown to interception ratio was also one of the best in college football. So those of us that followed Justin Fields all year long, when they played Indiana, when they played Iowa, when they played Penn State, when they played Michigan State, when they played Michigan, when they played Minnesota, those of us that followed Justin Fields all year long, the year before last, this year, know that this young man is going to do a couple of things. He's going to be accurate with the football, and he's not going to turn it over a whole lot. And what did he do in his first NFL action? Yeah, it was preseason. I get you that. But the consistency, high completion percentage, very few, if any, turnovers. I'm just telling you. When you see a guy do that over and over and over and over again on every level that he's played on, you can say this guy is going to be very efficient with the ball and he's not going to turn it over. Now, the Bears will probably start Andy Dalton. They are literally backed into a corner for starting Andy Dalton. Willie Gibson, I see you out there. Yeah, Ohio State Buckeye. And again, very, very, very proficient with the ball. Not going to be throwing it all over the field inaccurately. And he's not going to turn it over. Willie, if you want to get in and make some comments about Justin Fields' first game, hit me up, 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000. I literally had somebody on the show that said, oh, yeah, he's not very accurate. And I'm like, who you talking about? He's got an accuracy problem. You talking about Josh Allen? Who you talking about? And all he was talking about was the bad interception in the college football playoff 2 years ago against Clemson. And we already talked about that. We already talked about what happened, and all he did was come back and beat the snot out of Clemson. had Dabo Swinney over there. Well, see, what I meant was that, see, and what I was trying to say was, well, God bless America. had Dabo Swinney all Christian fuzzled. What's Christian fuzzled? When you ain't got nothing else to say, you go to God. Well, God bless him. You Christian fuzzled, aren't you? No, I just thank God, man. God bless them. I don't mean any harm. Oh, okay. Thank you. You ranked them number 11. They're better than your team, bruh. So anyway, let me take a break. We'll be right back with more. Oh, my goodness, Monday. Justin Fields. Oh, my goodness. We'll be right back.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify. 800-298-0139. 800-298-0139. 800-298-0139. That's 800-298-0139.
Hello, this is Claude Cummings Jr., Vice President of Communication Workers of America District 6. Trey and I are inviting you to listen in to our new political talk show, Power to the People Political Hour.
Hello, this is Trey Daniels from the Daniels Group. Yes, Claude, the show will be hard-hitting and informative, talking about national and local political issues of the day, week, and month. Interviews will be with pastors, community leaders, elected officials, and political operatives. You know, Claude, a part of our responsibility is informing the citizenry and give them power to the people.
That's right, Trey. We're asking that you listen in on 1140 AM, 92.3, or streaming on KYOKradio.org, Thursdays at 10 a.m.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
I'm Ben Tankett, and you are listening to The Lunch Break.
Oh, yeah. Back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I just got a text message that made me laugh. Diamond said, AJ, who was that man playing quarterback for the Texans in the game over the weekend? I'm not sure which man she was talking about, but it was either Jeff Driscoll, who was putrid. I mean, it was just like, what are you doing? Wait, but hold on, time out. What are you doing? I think that's who she's talking about. The other guy, of course, was the new face of the Texans, Davis Mills, and the first guy was Tyrod Taylor. So, Diamond, I'm not sure which one you're talking about. The guy that looked like he never played quarterback in his life, that was Jeff Driscoll. The guy that looked like, well, I kind of know what I'm doing, but sort of not. That was Davis Mills. And the guy that was just hitting everybody that he was throwing the ball to, that was Tyrod Taylor. That was not Deshaun. Yeah, he's probably going to be the starter at the beginning of the season. But, Diamond, write this down. Tell him you heard it from me first. Davis Mills is more than likely going to be the quarterback before this season is over. They're going to find some reason to put Davis Mills under center before this season is over. I'm like not even doubting that to be a fact. Oh, my goodness, Monday. Here's another, oh, my goodness, somebody just sent me, and I appreciate you reminding me about this. Sha'Carri Richardson will race against all three 100-meter medalists from the Olympics after being suspended from Team USA. The article says Sha'Carri Richardson's Olympic dreams were dashed last month after she was suspended from Team USA over a positive marijuana test. Luckily for the fastest woman in America, she will have a chance to compete next week at the Prefontaine Classic in Eugene, Oregon, where she set to race against Team Jamaica's Elaine Thompson-Herah, Shelly Ann Fraser-Price, and Shericka Jackson. I don't know about you, but oh my goodness, whatever day that race is on, do not bother me. Leave me alone for about 11 seconds. I need about 2 minutes for them to introduce everybody, and then I need about 11 seconds after they get in the blocks, because that's all it's going to take. Somebody's going to run a 10-6 something, and somebody's going to win it all, and that person will finally have worldwide bragging rights. Period. And I already know what's going to happen. Let me tell you what's going to happen. If Sha'Carri loses to Elaine Thompson-Herah in Eugene, Oregon, she's going to say, I went down and I beat her in her home track. I went down and beat her in her house. I'm telling you, baby, if one of the Jamaicans win, it's going to be just like all three of them won. Because they're going to be able to say, we beat her on her home track. We beat her in her house. I know she went to LSU, but they're going to say they beat her on her home track up there in Eugene, Oregon. I just hope everybody shows up. I hope there's no drama. I don't need the U.S. Track Association, Track and Field Association pulling no nonsense. I don't need no reporters going up to Sha'Carri, giving her some information that they don't need to be the ones giving her. I just need this to go down. What Jay-Z say, it's about to go down. I can't wait. I will not be watching preseason football in a couple of weeks when that thing is happening. I can't wait. When is it? When is it? The Prefontaine Relays is when? Yeah, here's the thing. This is what people don't understand. Thompson-Herah broke the 10.62 second record previously held by Florence Griffin Joyner, FloJo, when she won the gold last month with a time of 10.61. Sha'Carri's best time would have put her second in that race. I'm not saying she would have run her best time, but Sha'Carri's best time would have put her second in that race. And I just learned something new just a minute ago reading that article. I did not know one of my favorite track athletes, Ronaldo Skeets Nehemiah, is Sha'Carri Richardson's manager, coach, agent, all that. I'm sold. You can't tell me nothing about either one of them. Nothing. I'm all in on that one. So anyway, let me get off. I'm the only sports talk show talking about that right now. That's going to be dope. Let me click love on that. Thank you for whoever sent that to me. I love you and I love it. All right, let me get back to these games. Real quick, before I get off the Bears and Dolphins game, there was another Alabama quarterback who, he got unfair training as, to be the best NFL quarterback in the world because he played at Alabama. Tua Tagovailoa was 9 for 12, 99 yards, no touchdowns, and he threw an INT. Jacoby Brissett, one of my favorite guys, was 6 for 10, 67 yards, a touchdown, and no interceptions. And then, of course, Reed Sennett was the third stringer. Here's my thing. If Tua goes down or does not play well, Miami has a capable backup. If Andy Dalton doesn't play well or goes down, Chicago has a capable backup. I'm going to say this, and folks are going to think I'm being facetious, and I'm not. If Tom Brady goes down, Tampa Bay has a seasoned backup. Blaine Gabbert is seasoned. I'm not saying he's going to be great, but I'm also saying he ain't going to be terrible because he's seasoned. He's been around. He knows the league. He knows the speed of the game. He's not going to be out there trying to do too much. Some of these other teams, the Texans, if Tyrod Taylor goes down and you got to go to one of those backups, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. If the Cowboys, Dak Prescott goes down and you got to go with one of those guys as back, it's going to be bad. It looks like Taylor Heineke is not a bad backup if Ryan Fitzpatrick can't get the job done. But hey, I'm just saying. All right, so anyway, let me move on. Time running out on me. Who else? Oh, yeah, I got to get to this one. The New York Jets, because everybody is just buck wild about Zach Wilson. Oh, God, oh, my goodness, did you see Zach Wilson? I did. Did you see how proficient he was? I didn't, but okay. Tell me more. Zach Wilson, new starting quarterback for the Jets, 6 for 9, 63 yards, no touchdowns, and no interceptions. But again, to my point, if Zach Wilson can't get it done or goes down with an injury, you've got Mike White out of Western Kentucky. You've got James Morgan out of Florida International as your backup quarterbacks. Jet fans, that's not good. Take a break. Be right back after this on the lunch break.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Their expert staff can help you turn your book idea into a real book, a masterpiece that could someday make the bestseller list in hard copy and digitally all across the world. Page Publishing can help you completely take your idea for a book, write it, and publish it. So if you want to join the ranks of some of the most famous authors in the world, call now for a free information kit. Turn your book idea into publishing gold. Make a free call right now to Page Publishing.
800-219-8332. 800-219-8332. 800-219-8332. That's 800-219-8332.
Remember in the beginning, when you first started to build a life for you and your family, you never imagined it would come to this. Instead of living your dreams, you're living with debt. In fact, it's smothering you. Now there's a way you can take back control with one simple call. If you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt, you qualify to receive a free, no-obligation consultation on how to get rid of that debt for good. Call the Debt Helpline now. We work on your behalf to reduce your debt. We specialize in credit cards, retail store cards, and medical bills. One simple call is all it takes to get the ball rolling to a debt-free life. Stop living with debt and start living your dreams. Call the Debt Helpline now.
800-958-2156. 800-958-2156. 800-958-2156. That's 800-958-2156.
Tune in to Table Talk with your boy, TD Blackshear, every Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. on the legendary KYOK 1140 a.m. and 92.3 FM. See you there.
In need of tires? Check out OMG Tire Services and more. New and used tires, all the name brands you desire, located at 3126 Tidwell between 59 North and Jensen. Give them a call at 832-767-3211. Top-notch service from beginning to end. When you're done, get your car hand washed inside and out at OMG Tire Services and more. Located at 3126 Tidwell between 59 North and Jensen. Call 832-767-3211. That's 832-767-3211. Conveniently located on the north side.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. Two radio stations in one.
Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me show, right here on the legendary KYOK Radio, 1140 AM, and the all-new 92.3 FM at KYOKradio.org.
My name is Devon McDonald from Jamaica, live in Indianapolis Colts, and listen, you listen to the lunch break.
All right, y'all, back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM, streaming live, KYOKradio.org. I'm AJ Jones. Texans preseason action over the weekend. They got a big win over Green Bay, 26-7. They didn't look as bad as I thought that they would, but hey, I ain't jumping up and down. In fact, Texans got a message all the way from Cincinnati, Ohio. Matthew Castro said, look out, because I'm coming for y'all. Matthew, you got to come down to a game, man. You got to come down and be my guest at a game. Amy, get Matthew down here, and y'all can be my guest at a game. I'll do something I haven't done in forever. I'll go out and I'll buy tickets to the game. I'm sure there'll be plenty available. No pun intended. Texans training camp going to get started again this afternoon. I'll be over there about 3 o'clock as training camp gets going for the Texans this afternoon. They got a late start today because of the game and the travel over the weekend. So we'll definitely be doing that. Real quick, if you want to secure your home and everything within it, then I want you to call the home security hotline, 1-800-561-6198. That's 1-800-561-6198. For less than $1 a day, you can get your home secure at the home security hotline. Again, 1-800-561-6198. All right, y'all. Let's see now. Let me get back to some of these games, man. Y'all get me all off track from my goodness with the New York Jets and the New York Giants. Final score in that game was, that was, as they used to say back in the day, that was a barn burner. That was like, oh my gosh, did you see that one? That was great. Final score was 12-7. Preseason action. 12-7. Zach Wilson lit it up for a grand total of nothing. And the Giants lit it up for a grand total of a touchdown through, what was the guy's name? Clayton Thorson. Clayton Thorson out of Northwestern threw for a touchdown. The second best quarterback in the game ever to play, Mike Glennon, no touchdowns, interception. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
Willie Gibson.
Willie Gibson.
Yes, sir.
Man, I got to tell you, boy, them Jets and Giants, they look like they ain't going to lose this year, bro.
Lose what? Change? Quarters? What are you talking about?
Hey, man, I was talking about Justin Fields earlier, and I had a guy on the show a couple of years ago who had the nerve to say that Justin Fields wasn't a very accurate passer. And I'm looking at the stats that year, and Justin Fields completed just under 76% of his passes. I was like, which Justin Fields are we talking about? And then he throws untimely interceptions. I'm like, he threw 2 or 3 all year long. Who are we talking about? Justin Fields has historically been high completion percentage, low interception to touchdown ratio.
Absolutely. And that's someone who read something online and never watched the game, I would say, not knowing who that is. But yeah, clearly they hadn't watched Justin because, I think his first interception that year, actually his first 2 is only 2 were in the college football semifinal against Clemson. He went through the regular season without an interception.
I'm just saying what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying is what I'm saying. And therefore, for those of us who watched Justin Fields for, 2 years or 3? I'm trying to get it all together now. but I wasn't surprised by what I saw over the weekend. 14 for 20. Not turning the ball over and laying it in somebody's arms for a touchdown.
No. Those that know, what is it? What as the kids say, if you know, you know.
Yep.
So that was no shock. Anyone that knows, that's seen him in Columbus the last 2 years, or anyone that actually saw his limited portfolio in Georgia. That's Kirby Smart. That. Ryan Clark said it earlier. Like, don't forget, Kirby Smart chose Jake Fromm over Justin Fields.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Let that just sit out there and marinate for a second. Willie Gibson, broadcast journalist from Columbus, Ohio, joining us here on Oh My Goodness Monday. They're probably going to go ahead and start. Andy Dalton, though. Do you see? I feel it. What do you think?
That's fair. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Yeah, I believe they will. I mean, from what I understand, from what reports are, that they have a number of issues with that offensive line, especially on the left side. So, to protect your rookie quarterback, you necessarily want to put him out there. While yes, he's athletic, yes, he has speed, capability, if you will. You really want to put him out there with a substandard offensive line. Week 1 against Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, and the Rams defense under Raheem Morris? Probably not.
Probably not.
That's fair.
Yeah, but similar to what I'm saying about Davis Mills here in Houston, I see him being the starter before the season is over. Do you see a scenario where Justin Fields gets on the field, no pun intended, before the season is over as the starting quarterback?
Oh, yeah, without question. I mean, Andy Dalton's on a 1-year deal. You definitely traded up in the draft, traded next year's number 1, draft Justin Fields. So he's definitely in the plan for the future. But it's smart. I mean, Baker Mayfield's rookie year, Tyrod Taylor started the first 5 games.
Right.
And Baker came off the bench. So, that happened. So, yeah, definitely I see him on the field before the end of the season.
Yeah, I agree with that. Willie Gibson, broadcast journalist from Ohio, joining us on the show, Will Knows Podcast, and a member of Fellas Talking Sports, Folks Talking Sports on Sunday with Chris Gardner, Andy Yanez, and others. You just brought up Tyrod Taylor's name. He was perfect over the weekend in his start in Green Bay. And then, of course, he made way for Davis Mills and then Jeff Driscoll. Just from your time of covering Tyrod, what can Texan fans expect out of him as he gets things started down here?
Consummate professional. Workman attitude comes in, gets it done, doesn't play, does whatever he can to help his team, whether it be in the room, in the meeting rooms, on the field. He's a consummate pro. Tyrod was well-liked this time here in Cleveland. So, expect someone that's going to be a professional from day 1, minute 1 to minute 60.
Yeah, that's what we've seen so far. I've got some colleagues out in California that covered him when he was with the Chargers, and they said the exact same thing. Even with the adversity that he faced, he didn't get too down. He definitely didn't get negative, and he was the biggest supporter and cheerleader for Justin Herbert after he took over in place of Tyrod Taylor.
Yep, that's him. Same thing here in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Same thing for Baker. So as Baker took over, he was number 1 in the Baker Mayfield fan club. So.
Yeah, I don't know how long they're going to give him, but all he's done is separate himself as truly a QB1. I've been to a number of the training day workouts and what have you, training camp workouts, and he is by far QB1. He is by far QB1, and I know from what I saw Saturday that the Texans are going to find a way to get Davis Mills some reps in that starting lineup.
Yeah, that's the last few years. That's kind of his role. He's a veteran. for lack of a better term, placeholder. He comes in, does what he can to get the young guy ready, holds the spot, keeps the spot warm until he's ready, and gives way to the young quarterback. So, and again, that goes back to his professionalism. He knows this is my role. This is what I have been trying to do, and he's embraced that. So, I mean, quite sure the competitor, and he wants to be, QB1 for 16, 17 weeks, but he embraces where he is right now, and perhaps that opportunity could come in the future again for him.
Yeah. I'd love to see that happen for him. I've been talking about certain teams that can ill afford to have their quarterback go down just based on what it looks like behind them. The Dallas Cowboys are one of them. When you go Garrett Gilbert, when you go Cooper Rush, when you go Ben DiNucci, if Dak Prescott goes down, it's going to be a long season for the Cowboys again.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely see them, once final touchdowns occur, going to find someone. They can like the young guys all they want. That's fine. But Garrett Gilbert was here in Cleveland for a little while. It's definitely a scenario where if someone becomes available, Nick Foles, Chicago, or Justin Fields, that's somebody potentially that could be in play.
Robert Griffin III is out there as a broadcaster.
He is.
Yeah. I'm just throwing out names. And I said something. I really just had to check myself. I said if Tom Brady goes down, at least they've got a veteran as a backup. Blaine Gabbert has been a starter in this league. Blaine Gabbert has been in multiple systems in this league. So it won't be that deer in the headlights effect that you get if you throw a young, unproven talent in there. But, again, Tampa is another one of those ones that could benefit from a quality backup.
Yeah, without question. I mean, Josh Rosen is in San Francisco, so that's a name to look out for. He was in Tampa last year.
Right.
For Dallas as well. So,
there's
a number of players out there.
Yep. Man, go ahead, Willie. You were about to say something.
No.
So then, of course, the other team near and dear to my heart, the New Orleans Saints. Sean Payton wasn't hearing any of it. He did not want to break down the performances of his quarterbacks. Like he said, when you've turned the ball over 6 times, the last thing he wants to do is talk about which one of the quarterbacks excelled over the weekend. Any thoughts on what you saw or have heard about that situation down there in New Orleans?
I mean, it's week 1 of the preseason. I mean, still 4 weeks before opening day? And I don't really – preseason is what it is. You get your reps, get your timing, get your body acclimated to the hits. But, am I going to jump up and down over a bad performance or even a good one? No. I mean, it's preseason. They have film now, and they can go back and make those corrections.
Yeah. I think what a lot of people don't realize is that the preseason games kind of probably mean more to us in the media and the fans in general, because some coaches will get the look that they're looking for in joint practices with another team before they play them in the game, and then not play the folks, their starters and other key players in the game, because they got what they needed out of them in that week of practice together.
That's exactly right. For example, Wednesday, Thursday, the Browns and the Giants have joint practices. And you see that. You may get a goal line look once or twice in a game, but in those joint practices, you'll get the autonomy to run it back 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times, as many times as you need to get that look. And as you said, you may practice Wednesday, Thursday, and come Sunday at 1 o'clock, none of those guys may even play.
Right.
Because you've gotten the look that you wanted in those joint practices. So,
Yep. Yeah, the Cowboys and the Texans get together this Saturday, and I think the Texans are going to go up maybe early and get some run with the Cowboys. It's tentative on the schedule right now, but again, that's where a good part of the work is going to be done, as opposed to what we're used to seeing in a regular scenario with preseason.
Exactly. And you'll see more and more teams going to that format, getting with the team. It's relationship. They may have a relationship with the coach that they want to bring in his squad, and they'll get those 2 days of and we know training camp is a grind. You get tired of hitting the same guys over and over and over again. So to bring somebody else in, that gives them the opportunity to get a look against another team, as well as getting your guys somewhat fresh.
Right. Willie Gibson, broadcast journalist from Columbus, Ohio, joining us on the show. Chris Gardner sent out something about the possibility of the Big Ten, the Pac-12, and possibly what's remaining of the Big 12 joining together. What are your thoughts on that? Again, it's just an article, but what are your thoughts? What are you hearing? What do you know?
Yeah, the scheduling alliance has been discussed. I know the Pac-12 and the Big Ten, they talked last week in LA for the annual big Rose Bowl meetings that they have every year, and so they were able to discuss some things. And it's an opportunity to get more eyeballs. That's basically what it is. You beef up your schedule to get the opportunity to get in front of as many people as any television sets as you can.
Yeah.
So.
Give me some idea of what would be key matchups in the Pac-12 and the Big Ten that you'd like to see, or that you think would be big draws.
Yeah, well, we have one already coming up this year, September 11th at noon at the Horseshoe at Ohio Stadium. It's Ohio State versus Oregon. So Oregon comes to the Shoe this year. The game was actually Ohio State at Oregon last year, canceled due to COVID, but the return trip is still on, and Oregon comes here. And those are the type of matchups you'll see. You'll see something like a Northwestern versus a UCLA.
Okay, all right.
Something along that line.
Okay.
And, you'll get those matchups early on.
Okay, all right. What would be a good Michigan matchup? Michigan USC, would that be good, or Michigan Arizona State? What do you think would be good there?
It doesn't matter.
You know what? I was giving you a chance to rise above the Ohio State University fandom and be a legit broadcast journalist, and you fell. You fell.
No. A couple things. One, it's not fandom. You're alumni.
Ouch. Hold on. Stop the fight. At least give me a standing 8 count when you give me a 2-piece with fries like that. Come on, man.
No fandom.
He done knocked my mouthpiece clear across the other side of the ring.
You said that. I didn't say that. I'm just saying this. No fandom. It is what it is. It
Oh boy.
matter.
My
I feel
bad.
like the way it's done. I feel like The Rock. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
All right, bro.
Whoever they put in front of them. I guess I should, for conference sake, say something positive, but it doesn't matter.
Wow.
Brother.
Brother.
Ryan Day. Real talk. Last day, real talk. Ryan Day asked Ryan Day at Big Ten Media Days, say 3 nice things about your rival. He looked at the man square in his face and said, no.
Wow. Ryan Day chose violence?
Chose violence. This is real, man.
Ryan Day unleashed the dragons. The father of dragons chose violence.
Listen, this thing is real.
Man.
All this, this thing is real, man.
I
Nothing
see.
mythical about this thing. Yes, sir.
I see. Man, I got to get ready to go, bro. You You done chilled me out, man. Tell everybody where they can find you and follow you, Willie.
I appreciate you as always. Will Gibson 7 on Twitter and Instagram. Facebook, Will Knows, the Will Knows podcast, and also Sundays, Folks Talking Sports. Chris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, Andy Yanez, Sundays at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern.
How'd it go yesterday, man? I didn't get a chance to see it. It was my 8th anniversary at the church, so I had to do that thing. But how'd it go yesterday?
Congratulations, by the way, absolutely. It went well. We had some AAC talk, had some Summer League talk, and kind of got a little familiar with what to expect as far as college football for the upcoming season. So it was good.
Yeah, are you surprised at the preseason rankings, where Ohio State is versus Alabama, Oklahoma, and Clemson?
No, I mean 4 is cool. I mean, I'm not surprised. Preseason rankings are like, I'm not a fan. I mean, I understand they have to be done for a conversation, and that's fine. But I'm more so waiting for the playoff rankings, college football playoff rankings.
Yep.
The rankings that come out this season. So I'm more attuned to those. But 4, that's great. That's fine. It's good. It's good for Fox.
Yeah.
In week 2, when they can say, the 4th-ranked Ohio State Buckeyes are playing Oregon, that's great.
Yep.
Yeah.
Willie, be safe out there, brother. We'll talk to you soon, man.
Yes, sir. You as well. Appreciate you.
Will Knows Sports and Folks Talking Sports. That's Will Gibson. Good brother. Y'all be sure and follow him on Facebook and on Twitter. Good brother. All right, listen, I got to get ready to go. Let me get a quick break in here. I'll come back. I'll wrap it up right after this on the lunch break.
High blood pressure or diabetes? Are you over the age of 65 and covered by Medicare? Then pay close attention to this message. Medicare has introduced some new benefits to help consumers during these cautious COVID-19 times. They realize many of you don't want to leave your home to visit a doctor. So now you can get a remote patient monitoring device shipped to your home at little or no cost to you. Now your doctor can identify your problems in real time, which could potentially save your life. Victory Medical can easily ship this monitoring device directly to your home at little or no cost to you. If you have high blood pressure or diabetes and you're covered by Medicare, make this free call right now to see if you qualify for a new remote patient monitoring device. Call now.
800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. That's 800-213-9527.
Do you have a home that you don't want anymore? We can buy it from you within 24 hours. Any home, size, or condition. For over 20 years, we've been buying homes for cash and helping homeowners sell their homes immediately with no listings or strangers walking through your home. Are you moving? Did you lose your job? Going through a divorce? Whatever the reason, if you're in a bind and you know that you need to sell your house fast, call the expert team at I Need to Sell My House Fast. We'll make you a serious cash offer to buy your home in 24 hours and let you walk away from it. No listing, no waiting. Sell any home, any size, any condition now. Call the expert team at I Need to Sell My House Fast. Make this free call now.
800-306-1760. 800-306-1760. 800-306-1760. That's 800-306-1760.
Lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM, streaming live on KYOKradio.org. And also, we're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. We're not on Twitter today. We'll be back tomorrow. I got to get ready to go, but before I do, hey, we got a play coming up this Saturday, and yours truly, AJ Jones, is a member of the cast. Y'all remember Jacoby Chantel that I've had on the show a couple of times? Well, she told y'all she was going to put me in a play, and I'm actually in one, and it will make its premiere on Saturday. It is called Living It Up with Ida Vaughn. Living It Up with Ida Vaughn. The show starts at 7. It's at the Deluxe Theater, 3303 Lyons Avenue in Houston, Texas, 77020. And there are VIP and regular seats available. There'll also be a VIP mixer on Friday where you'll get a chance to meet the cast and, get autographs, pictures, you name it. But I'm looking forward to being a part of Living It Up with Ida Vaughn stage play coming on this Saturday, 7 o'clock at the Deluxe Theater, 3303 Lyons Avenue in Houston, Texas. If you'd like to get tickets, you can go to eventbrite.com. That's eventbrite.com and look up Living It Up with Ida Vaughn. I'm looking forward to being a part of that. Man, it is a fun show. And I've seen it like 100 times in rehearsal, and I'm still laughing every single time. So come on out, check out your boy as we have a good time. All right. Again, it's Oh My Goodness Monday. I want to thank you all for your Oh My Goodnesses. Desiree Battles, happy OMG Monday, Lunch Breakers. L-Dub, hello AJ from the NBA Summer League in Las Vegas. L-Dub, we're going to have to get you back on the show and get some updates, even though Mr. Jalen Green is not balling right now. They shut him down for the summer after he injured his hamstring with for the Rockets. So don't forget, if you want to secure your home and everything that's in it, you need to call the Home Security Hotline, 1-800-561-6198. That's 1-800-561-6198. For less than $1 a day, you can get your home secure at the Home Security Hotline. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. But do me a favor, wear your mask where you're supposed to. Wash your hands like you're supposed to. Consider getting vaccinated. I didn't tell you had to. I'm saying consider it, all right? And then whatever you do, when you see racism and bullying, kill it. Not the person or the people, but the racism and the bullying. Don't be a part of it. Don't let it slide without you saying something, and shut it down. Let the person know you ain't about that, all right? Sick and tired of it. It's time for it to come to a close. If you want to be a racist, go do that somewhere else, all right? As always, y'all be safe. I love you. Let's get Sybil Wilkes on here with what you need to know today. I'll be back tomorrow, Lord say the same, with Talk Your Team Tuesday.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. A powerful magnitude 7.2 earthquake struck southwestern Haiti Saturday, killing and injuring thousands of people as buildings tumbled into rubble. Prime Minister Henry declared a 1-month state of emergency for the whole country and said he would not ask for international help until the extent of the damages was known. In addition, meteorologists watching Tropical Storm Grace are predicting it will reach Haiti late tonight or early Tuesday morning. COVID-19 is surging throughout the U.S., with daily case averages reaching more than 110,000, up 26% from last week. Hospitalizations, particularly in areas with low vaccination rates like Texas, Florida, and Mississippi, are now at their highest point in 6 months. Hospital staff nationwide is struggling to meet the uptick in demand by hiring more registered nurses and utilizing travel and contract nurses, a move seen in the early days of the pandemic. I'm Sybil Wilkes. Be informed, be empowered.
All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Seriously, man, I want y'all to be careful out there. These numbers are jumping back up. Do what you're supposed to do. Be safe. Be considerate of people around you. And whatever you do, let's not do this. Let's do this. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Take care.